and we're gonna talk about things that you want and need support on, and like your recipe thing you did. I really like that. And that's how you do it, you know. So just for everybody who's watching this and will watch the replay, you wanted to change the pancake meal in the morning, right?
Yeah, I just needed a texture change, I guess, more than a recipe change. So what I ended up doing, I'll just make it brief, but
Yeah.
I ended up putting the whole pancake mixture. So the oats, the chia seeds, the eggs, the egg whites. I put some cinnamon in there for flavor. I even put the syrup in there to sweeten it overnight. I didn't add anything to the recipe, but I put it all in a mason jar and let it soak in the refrigerator overnight. And so it was essentially overnight oats. It didn't turn out quite as fluffy as I had previously made overnight oats, but I'd previously made overnight oats with like a milk, so that might have changed it a little bit.
Yeah,
but it was still tolerable. It was still like stomachable, like, you know, I didn't love it like in the cold form, but I warmed it up in the microwave, and that made it taste more like a warm bowl of oatmeal, and I preferred it that way. So
good. Yeah, you can take all the ingredients and prepare them differently and make a bowl of oatmeal. You can add stevia to any of your meals. You can scramble up the egg whites, make it an omelet. You could add any kind of vegetable you want to it. So that was good that she changed her meal up a little bit and didn't have to change any ingredients. But you're in week 3 or 4 right now, and you should have gotten an exchange list. Did you get
I did, but to be honest, it's a little overwhelming, like all of the options. And so I was trying to I had gotten in the habit of prepping the night before for the pancakes and stuff. So I was trying to just figure out a way to still use those same ingredients and same, you know, quote unquote recipe that I'd gotten used to, and just having it, the texture of it, or the, you know, the end product be a little bit different.
Now,
So
I want to, on the call, I want to change your meal 3, was it?
Yes, it was the one with the sweet potatoes and the chicken.
And asparagus.
Mm-hmm.
And what are we looking for? Just a change in flavor? You're just sick of chicken? What is driving the change? Just so that I know where to kind of go with it.
I am fine. Well, a couple of things. Yeah, I would like a protein change from the chicken. Just
so what protein do you like? You want to change it to turkey?
Well, I have beef readily accessible. Like I always have that ground beef in my freezer, but I don't know if that's the best option.
What's the percent leanness on it?
Remember, we talked about this.
Like probably really high lean. It's probably really low rather.
Yeah, I don't think I don't have to drain the skillet after I mean, there might be a little bit at the bottom, but it's not like seeping out kind of thing. But I have no idea what the percentage is because we raise our own beef.
So something like that's probably only about like 2.5, maybe 3 grams of fat, which to me isn't going to make a huge hill of beans difference. Let me let Kathy in here. So what I would do is, if you need to change it to beef, just make sure you drain it so we can get all of the fat that we can. And like 1 to 3 grams of fat, it's not going to be a big deal. What I can do though, because we're seeing progress, right? With all of the food that we're eating, and you're getting everything in, you're getting your workouts in.
Yes.
We are seeing progress. And is the progress in a position where you like the speed of the progress? Do you feel the difference? Do you give me feedback on that? Like, what are some wins about this week?
I think all of my numbers except for maybe 1 or 2 went down, which
Yeah.
was helpful. Besides the sinusy thing I've got going on, I feel like I feel better.
Okay.
I feel a little more lean or a little more toned, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and getting the workouts in has been kind of key.
Yeah.
The biggest win for me this week was not even really related to me, but we watched this TV show called Alone, and it's kind of like these people out in the wilderness surviving by themselves.
Mhm.
And so in the show, you watch and they're eating, they have to eat certain things to maintain their energy and their body fat and different things. And so the other night, I was eating my salad dinner, and I was just like, I wasn't feeling it, but I was just like putting it in my mouth, just eating it. And one of my kids was like, Mom, it's like you're on Alone. You're eating this food for survival. And we all kind of laughed about it. But I think it was important because I think previously I'd been eating a lot, just, like kind of living to eat and enjoying eating versus eating to live.
For purpose.
Yes. And so I think my kids are seeing that shift of like, eating healthier and things like that. And they like are encouraging each other of like, okay, but what's your protein? You're eating whatever. So
I love that.
You can't quantify those types of wins, but those were all good things this week. So
That is awesome. I love that. My kids do the same thing, because like when they tell me they're hungry, I'm like, okay, well, we can eat. What's going to be your protein with whatever snack food that they choose? Like I don't mind balance, but let's always get protein in. And so they're kind of trained like that. But that's really good. It is like eating for purpose and not for pleasure. And I know that's not real exciting, and it's not real like it's like and it's a hard sell. But when you start feeling better and start looking better and feeling better in your own skin and like seeing the results, that's when the momentum builds and gains. I might make some adjustments to a couple of your things. Do you feel like your workouts? I was actually just having a conversation with another client. She watches replays and stuff like that. She's already gone through the 12 weeks. She's a continued coaching client, and she was wondering if the speed of her results was typical, normal. And she's like, it just wanted to happen now and happen fast. And I'm just like, yeah, it's not like an overnight or in a 3-week period of time. It's over months and years of consistency, and it's finding the little wins in the middle that get you through from point to point, and finding like all your measurements went down, which was fantastic. I think you were 3 pounds down as well, which is a really good pace. And that was incorporating your workouts even. And then you're probably going to be able to keep intensifying them as you get better at creating that habit and creating that space of always being able to get those in. So I'd like to see what your next check-in looks like. And if we have the same kind of progress, like I don't want to mess with any of the food, because I mean, imagine like you're able to eat. Do you feel like it's a lot of food still?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the challenge is still getting all the meals in, like, I don't feel like I'm like famished at any point in the day. So
That's good though, right?
yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm not starving. There are some times like after that, the one where I do my popcorn and my shake, sometimes I crave a little bit more than just the popcorn, but I just kind of drink some water and push through it.
So you can do a couple of things. You could, veggies are always great. You could do spinach chips, kale chips, make your own kind of thing. And I did that a lot when I just felt like I wanted something more to munch on, something else, or I would just have my next meal. Like
Mhm.
I don't necessarily wait 3 hours. I'll just keep eating them, and try to space it out based on what I know my body needs. Because if I'm not hungry at a certain time, but I'm hungry at another time, I might up the time I eat that next meal and see how that works. It's just going to be what fits you and your life and kind of your body at this time. And that's, I think, around the time you work out, the popcorn and the shake, isn't it? Or when do you have it? Because do you change it every day? Like when you have it?
No,
You have
I'm
it-
staying pretty consistent with it. It's usually, well, the 2 meals, if I swap any 2 meals, it's that second and third meal. So
Mhm.
I'm doing the workout and eating my meal 1 all in the morning. And then like I'll usually do like an 11:30 and like a 1:30 meal. And so it would be those 2 that I would swap if I swap anything.
Yeah.
And that's the chicken and the sweet potatoes, and then the popcorn and the shake are those 2 that I swap.
So we're going to change that chicken to beef. Just make sure.
Or I mean, I can try turkey. Is turkey better? Is there?
I mean, it's leaner, I mean, beef is fine because it sounds like it's a pretty lean beef, but it's really neither here nor there, especially when it's lean beef. You can do beef. Would you rather
Are we
do beef
talking
and
like
then
shaved turkey, like sandwichy turkey? What kind of turkey are we talking about?
you can get turkey breast. I would not do the lunch meat.
Okay.
That's very processed. I would go more whole and more like you can get turkey breast, just like chicken breast. You can get turkey breast in that same form and then make that. I'm not a huge fan of turkey. It's a little more gamey to me, but I mean, if you just need a change, then beef would be quite a change. I don't think chicken and turkey are two totally different, but there's more protein per gram in turkey than there is in chicken. So what you'll want to do is Google, and this is something I want everybody's been able to do. Kathy's been able to do it now that she's through a lot and she's able to change out her proteins, but knows that she's got to Google how many grams of turkey breast equals 26 grams of protein. And it's going to be less than the amount of chicken that you're eating. So it's going to take down the volume of food that you will get that meal. So keep that in mind. And is the sweet potato something that you are continuing to enjoy? Do you want to change out that carb? We can do brown rice.
I would like to have have an option of like, I can either do chicken and sweet potatoes this meal, or I can do beef in this. Like, I'd like to at least have one meal switch out option there. So can we do what other option for the sweet potato?
So there's brown rice. It's a medium digesting carb. So you can, I'm going to share my screen with y'all. Sure. Hello. You can see all my stuff. Where is my food exchange? Come on up. Hello. It's wanting to. Okay. So here's your medium to fast carbs. We're not going to put fruit in there. You could do, I have done pasta. I have done a whole wheat pasta, which I've really enjoyed. So one of the meals that I did a lot was ground beef with pasta. And then I made my own little like tomato sauce. I know Walden Farms has a tomato sauce. And so I have really liked making that and using Italian seasoning. And it's like changed the entire meal for me. So what I would do is, how many grams of carbs are we looking to replace? It's different for all of you. So you might just want to remind me, what is the carb count for you? She left.
Sorry.
Great.
Great. Lost my little thing. 25 carbs for me.
Okay, so the place I go to first is I always just ask Google how many grams of carbs are in 100 grams of whatever. I just go for the 100 grams. That's a good starting point, and then figure out where you're at. So that's 26 carbs. So that works.
Of the brown rice you said, or of the
So
white
of a whole
pasta?
wheat, like a whole wheat pasta. Mhm.
Okay.
And that's cooked. That's what you weigh that after it's cooked. And then you can do that. 100 grams. And then
I
I
see,
could-
I see a bagel on that list. Is that an option?
bagels are pretty high in carbs. Let me look. I mean, you might be able to do half a bagel. Depends on your bagel, of course. And it definitely depends on your bagel, you know. And that is a faster carb. That is, it depends on, like, are you gonna do a whole wheat bagel? Let me look here. Total. Come on. Carbs in a whole wheat bagel. There we go. Because a whole bagel is like 250. Why doesn't this tell me? Sometimes you come across not so great. Hang tight. Yeah, that's like 48 carbs. Sorry. Jasmine, tell her to stop. Okay, sorry guys. So that's 48 carbs. So if you ate half of that, that'd be 24 carbs. So if you really wanted like a bagel, you could do. And
Yeah, in my mind, that sounds great, but if I can't put the cream cheese on it, I probably just shouldn't do it.
yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, so 100 grams of the whole wheat pasta with the beef, and you said Walden Farms has a
It does. Or you could
Tomato.
use a couple of cherry tomatoes. And I have kind of experimented a little bit with blending up the tomatoes and some seasoning and some garlic salt and garlic powder. And I've played a little bit with that. And so you might you know, try that. I wouldn't mind you being able to do that. But it's not going to be like a sauce, because sauces have so much sugar. If you can find a sugar-free sauce, but tomatoes just have sugar anyway. So that's why I limit myself to like 3 or 4 cherry or grape tomatoes, so that I know how many I'm having consistently, you know. So how many grams of carbs are in, we'll say 3 cherry tomatoes. Oh, 3 grams of carbs per half cup. So that's very, very low. So I would just go, 4 grams of sugar. So I would just do like enough to kind of give it flavor. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
play with that.
Okay.
We can be flexible on that, just to give it some flavor. And then zucchini noodles are great, or zucchini shavings are really yummy with that meal. And that you can have as much of as you want. So I chop up zucchini. I do
But not in substitute for the whole wheat pasta, just in addition.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
just in addition. So you could really beef up, pardon the pun, but not more beef, but you know, you could really give that meal a lot of volume, a lot of, you know, fun flavors, you know, to that. And you could even maybe find some sort of like a side salad. I know that Walden Farms has a really yummy Italian dressing, and you could do a side salad of arugula and spinach or iceberg, just for the crunch. and get some veggies in there and put a little Italian dressing on that and have like a little side salad, because that you're not adding any of the macros to the meal. So you just want to find free macros to put in that salad. And that
Okay.
might be nice change. Does that sound like it could work well?
Yeah, that all sounds doable. I just have to get into the routine of making it. But yeah, I think
Exactly. It's going to be
yeah.
the prepping of those 2 meals then. So then you're going to have another thing to prep if you're wanting to change out every other day.
Yeah, or I may do a couple of
everything
days at a time
Mhm.
and make it a little bit easier. Okay, my last
Yeah.
question before I have to hop off here. So in my evening meal, which is my big salad,
Yeah.
the apple cider vinegar and the olive oil, like I know I'm doing the olive oil because of the fat content for it,
Okay.
but the
Mhm.
apple cider vinegar, what's the benefit of that? And can I either not do that or substitute something else to make up my dressing? It's just
You could
getting
do regular
really,
red. I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
it's just becoming kind of like really tart at the end of the evening. It's just not like settling super well with me.
Okay, on your stomach.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. And apple cider vinegar, how much are you using?
Well, only just a little bit, whatever you put. I like the 1 to 2 ounces. So not
You
very
can-
much.
You can drop that if you want, but if you're sounding like you want to drop that out altogether, apple cider vinegar is amazing for your digestion. It increases your metabolism. It gives energy. It's got tons of immune boosting qualities to it. There's so many, like it's something that I give my kids when they're sick a lot too, because of how much benefit it gives your body. Has antibacterial, antifungal benefits. It's just huge. Like in one of my meal plans, I had to shoot like an ounce of it every other meal. And
Mm.
it can be a little hard on your stomach if you're not used to it. So are you mixing it with the oil and then putting it all over your salad?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Maybe if I just take a shot of it and get it over with, and then I don't have it on my salad, maybe that's better.
if it's a taste or a flavor thing, yeah, I mean, you could take a shot of it. It's not necessary. I mean, it gives you good gut health. Like your digestive fire starts to like settle and go out at night. And so when you have this, it's helping you with your digestion, and it's helping with your gut health and putting good bacteria in your gut. There's just, I mean, if you even just Googled benefits of apple cider vinegar daily, it is a huge weight loss staple, and it's a good just flavor thing. But if you want to do less, I would do less. And if you just cannot handle it, if your stomach's just, I mean, I don't think shooting it's going to make your stomach feel any better. It could
No.
actually like get it more
I think
intense.
it's the combination thing for me. It's the flavor and it's just the tanginess gets me.
Yeah. It's got a bite. It's got a bite.
Yeah.
What kind are you using? That makes a big difference. The brand?
I'm not sure. Probably whatever they sent me in my Walmart pickup order.
Okay, well, the brand makes a big difference. And Bragg's with the Mother is the absolute best quality apple cider vinegar. It completely tastes different than any off-brand Aldi's. I've tried it too. I have done it all. And I'm like, whoa, I cannot do this off-brand stuff. Bragg's is the best quality. It's with the Mother, which is all of the added things in there that benefit you health-wise. I would try Bragg's. before you
Okay.
completely like throw apple cider vinegar out the window, I would try the Bragg's brand, and I would try just like 1 ounce and just sprinkle it. And you can shoot it if you want. And if that just doesn't work for you and you're just like, I just can't do this, then just boot it all together. And then maybe we can change out the oil to an avocado. And then we'll just use like a Walden Farms dressing or something that's just like a no calorie dressing.
Okay.
But I like apple cider vinegar because it's just a lot of bang for your buck. It's giving you a dressing, it's giving you something for your, but that's okay. We can change that out. So why don't you try Bragg's? If that doesn't work, and they come in, you can get a small thing of it, so you're not getting this huge thing of it. Try that, lessen it to like 1 ounce. Even try shooting it if you want to try that. Just get it out of the way. Try a Walden Farms dressing instead. Play with
Okay.
that. Play with that and see what you come up with. We can completely change out that meal altogether if you need to. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't want you to not look forward to to these meals. I think you'll really like the beef and pasta one too.
Yes.
It's really good. It's really good.
Thank you for all your suggestions. I have to
Yeah.
hop off real quick. Kathy, I hope you have a good day. And thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Good work
Okay,
this
see
week.
ya.
I am excited
Oh.
about your check-in.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye. Kathy, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are
Yeah.
you?
Good. I didn't
Mhm.
see. I saw measurements. I didn't. Did you send me a post? A check-in?
Yep. I
See?
thought I did. I
I
took
even
pictures.
When I was like, where did
Let-
she go?
Let me make sure that's sent.
Last one I got from you was, oh wait, no. That's like August. That's
Sent.
definitely I've
Yeah,
gotten it since then.
yeah, I sent pictures Monday at 9:30 in the morning.
Okay,
That's when I sent them.
I am. Oh, what's going on?
So I can resend them if needed.
Because it's not. This is weird. Marco Kathy. I wonder if I just put in your last name. Yeah, resend them for me because for some reason
Sure.
it is not coming up for me. And I even thought, I'm like, what's going on? But I did look at measurements and stuff. How are you feeling this week? So what's going down?
So
You
thank
know,
God for measurements this week because the weight didn't change at all, but measurements did. So that was good.
Which is great.
Yeah. So this week has been hard. We made all the Christmas cookies on Sunday and
I know, man, they get you.
then man, it is really hard to not like grab one from time to time. So yeah, I've struggled with that a bit this week. Just having, I had like 2 cookies yesterday and 2 cookies the day before, and I'm like, oh, and I wasn't even hungry. It was just habit, knowing they were there, and that sounds good because we have cookies all the time in the cabinet and stuff, but these are out
Yeah.
in the cookie
Yeah.
jars,
And
so
they're
it's like,
fresh and they're like there.
yeah, and they're way yummy. So
It looks like you did go down in pound, like a pound. I mean,
was it
like
that
a half
much?
pound.
Was it okay?
I'm looking at
Um,
yours. Yeah. Kathy, check in. So you went up in the shoulders, which is really exciting for me
yeah,
to see that. Because that's really really good. Because I don't want us to like get these tiny, we want that to grow out and then the waist
Mhm.
to go in. And so that's really exciting. And then half in the chest. So it looks like you're let's see, waist at smallest part, belly button, no movement there that week, but we had the week prior.
Mm-hmm.
And then your thigh, like your
It went
leg.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, your legs went down. So isn't it
Mhm.
funny? Like
Yeah.
what moves at what point? It's
Yep.
really unpredictable.
Right. Which is so strange, which I completely understand. You can never pick the weight loss spot. Like you can't
wish.
spot train because, oh my gosh, that's, I'd be totally happy with that. But yeah. So yeah, it is
would.
strange to see what goes up and down. So, but
But
yeah,
we
but I
are
weighed
12, almost 13 pounds down.
right. Which is good, And I can definitely see that the pounds are down, but there's definitely more going
More
on than
going on.
that. Yep, which I totally see and get, and
Feel.
yeah, and I feel so, which is really good. But I weighed myself this morning, and after having those cookies, of the last 3 days, I'm like, oh, my weight went up, which I know is just sporadic, and
water weight.
I totally know it's just, what's going on and everything, but I was just like, oh, that's frustrating that, you eat some cookies and all of a sudden, you gained a couple pounds. Like, why can't I lose weight that easily?
But you can't, and you can though. Like, you've been able to go down, and I have, but the thing about it is those little things add up and then move us up in our weight, but then all those little things go down and move us down in weight. But sometimes there had been many weeks in my prep even, I was going hard that no movement happened. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm not even cheating. It was frustrating, but it's like that tissue paper layering. It's like, you just got to get those few layers in before you start noticing that there's many layers.
Yep.
And so it is just, it will happen. It's going to, and especially if you know you're following plan, which I wanted to know, do you want to move more out of your plan?
I feel like since we moved stuff out, that I'm not getting as much change as I was before. Like, before I was losing over a pound a week, and since we changed it, it is not happening. So I don't know.
We can change it back.
I don't know. Does that
food makes you lose weight? It is the wildest, most counterproductive thing in your mind. The more you eat, the more you lose.
I don't know. What do you think? Should I go back to what I was eating?
We can try it.
Okay. And also this time of
but
year
you had more to lose then too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You were a bigger person, so think about it. Think about the fat loss curriculum that we talked about, and all the elements of your metabolism. There's 4 elements of it.
Right.
One of them is your food digesting. So we consume less food, there's less calories being burned because less food is being digested. Then also, you are a smaller person. Your package is smaller. So you are burning less because there's less of you.
Yep.
So then there's your normal activity, which is probably staying fairly consistent, just like your lifestyle activity.
Yep. Just my regular lifestyle activity is the same. So I'm still sitting at a desk 8 hours a day, during the week, most times. So,
so then what about workouts?
So workouts, so I have missed a couple workouts like this week and last week, but my kids are in finals. And so like they've needed me in the evenings for, going through worksheets and stuff. So I've missed a couple in the last couple of weeks. So I think part of it is this time of year and the stress of the end of the quarter at work and kids getting their stuff done. So I do have a little more stress. So I am noticing that, but otherwise workouts are usually pretty good. I'm usually I still am doing at least 4 a week, the last 2 weeks. So
that will, and so on the days you're not getting a workout in, is your food plan changing? Are you eliminating your pre and post?
I am eliminating the pre and post.
Okay. So I might make another adjustment.
Okay.
Let me look at your plan just because, on just the days you don't work out. Got all your plans, Kathy meal plan. Because so I want to make sure that the one I am looking at is the one you're doing. So we've got pancake thing in the morning, 40 grams of oats, 8 egg whites.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
8 ounces of egg whites. Then the 40 of popcorn, and then protein shake, and then this chicken, sweet potato, and asparagus. Chicken, spinach, asparagus, bell peppers, and then you are adding veggies to that with a hard-boiled egg white, tablespoon of olive oil. And are you doing the apple cider vinegar?
I am. So I used to make
about that.
It's fine because I used to do red wine vinegar anyway, because I would make the like celestial seasonings, but I made my own seasoning part so that I didn't have the extra
Yeah.
sugar in it always. So
Nice.
I just swapped out the red wine vinegar for the apple cider vinegar, and it's fine.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And it's so good for you and so healthy for you.
right.
Yeah, we don't have a ton of calories on our plate here, but you sit at a desk 8 hours a day. So I don't know.
Yep. So should I go back to what I was eating so that way I'm eating more calories to see what that does? I'm okay either way. So it's.
You know what I think we should change, and you may hate me for this, but okay, so the muscle leg. The muscle leg thing. At the end of my prep, I was using muscle leg up until like the last 3 or 4 weeks of prep because it's fairly high in sodium. I don't know if you looked at that.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
It's like over 300 mg
Okay.
of sodium.
Okay.
That's a lot for
Mhm.
egg whites, but it's the flavoring. It's the things
the
that they
flavor.
use to make it taste yummy.
Mhm.
So what could happen is we can change the egg white, the muscle egg, to just plain egg white.
Oh, but I like the muscle egg.
I know. So what would we do? So we had 50 grams of oats instead of 40, and then we did 125 grams.
5. Yep, a sweet potato, and then I had 50 grams of popcorn.
Really not that much.
It's not that much, really, no.
I think I want to make a move and take something away and not add,
Okay.
and just see
All right.
what happens.
Sure.
So 8 ounces of egg whites is going to be the 26, because, and I don't know if you've noticed, the egg whites is a little different in measurements on what it equals when you use muscle egg versus the regular egg whites, like in just the regular
Mhm.
cartons. So on the days, do you know what days that you're not able to work out, or does that kind of just happen at random?
So I know I don't work out on Fridays normally, and the kids, it just is random whether or not they're actually going to need my help, like for a long period of time. Usually that does not happen. It's just finals week, and so I've got high school kids who have more complex
A lot of
things.
stuff.
So yeah, so normally I can still work out, because even if I'm just doing it at home, I'm going to the basement. It's only at
30
max an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, 30 minutes of something. How did you try the morning thing?
I did not work out in the morning. I did get up earlier, and I did eat. That day my class got moved out, so I didn't really have to do it, but I still did. And it was fine. And I moved. I took the protein shake for the pre-workout, and I did freeze it. I did not like that.
No.
Because I used the chocolate shake, and I actually had some of the chocolate syrup, the Walden Farms stuff, and I was like, yeah, no, this isn't.
The chocolate syrup may not have made it very good. Yeah.
So I do have the caramel as well, because I was putting that in my tea, the apple cinnamon tea, which was really good. I liked that. So maybe I would try caramel on it instead, but I was like, this just tastes like a frozen protein drink. I think I was still hoping for ice cream, and it definitely is not.
I mean, it's not ice cream. It's not ice cream.
No.
I tricked my brain. I trick it.
Yep. Yep. So I think I was still hopeful that it would be more creamy, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that didn't happen. But I mean, it's an option still. But yeah, so I did move my meals around a little bit, and that worked fine. So yeah. So I would do that again. That's fine.
So are you able to add? I'm either going to take away, or you're going to have to like add workouts. And you probably can't do the workout thing. Are the kids going on break soon?
Yeah, at the end of this week. But we're going to go on vacation, so it's not a great time for that either.
Yeah, we just got to adjust your meals. I think I'm going to keep that. Okay, I'm just gonna move you to 100 grams of sweet potato
Okay.
and 100 grams of chicken.
Okay.
Everything else, I mean, not
For
a lot
which
of macros to move.
are you changing both meals to 100 grams of chicken? Okay.
Yeah, I will do both.
Okay.
Why is this not working? Yeah, I'll change it here in a second, but why is it? Oh, there we go.
I had it open too, so maybe it was because I had it
Oh,
open.
that may have been it because I now
Yep.
can move.
Yep, I closed.
Okay,
Closed
and
it.
then I'm gonna do 90 of sweet potato, which is still pretty decent amount, and then keep the egg whites, syrup. Are you doing the half and half on your coffee?
Yeah.
Okay, two teaspoons.
But I'm doing tea. I could take that away if we want to take that away. That's fine.
Yeah, let's remove that. And you're doing tea?
Yeah. So I would add it just to get the right macros, but it doesn't matter if it's in there or not.
Okay, so hot tea, we're gonna take that away. I just put it in there. So I know, like, I can look at your plan and be like, okay, this is what she's doing. This is current. 100, let's do 110 grams of chicken. I don't want to take you that low.
Okay.
And then, I'm gonna do 30 of the popcorn. This should move you. And then if it doesn't, then we're gonna feed you back up.
Okay.
Then we're gonna be too low. I mean, that's if we put that in like MyFitnessPal, we should do that because I don't really go by calories because it's all subjective. Like, what are the calories? So we can enter all this into MyFitnessPal and see what kind of calories we're taking in. I mean, you're taking in the proper, that about is as low as I would take you. I mean, are you hungry? I would be
No,
hungry on this. Okay,
no.
I would be hungry.
Well, I wasn't before.
Okay.
But yeah, so I mean, it was fine before, but so when I have those pancakes in the morning, I mean, it fills me up for a longer time than like, so I eat like for a work day, I eat those like at 8:30, and then I'm not hungry again until like noon or 1 o'clock. So I
Yeah,
don't,
because you're I mean,
I'm sitting, I'm not doing a whole lot.
yeah, I mean, you're not burning anything. So, I mean, you
Mm-mm.
are, but we're taking a lot of your burn ability away because we're dropping weight. So we got to drop, we got to match that with your food, not necessarily make movement, but just to match you, you know what I mean? So we're changing to the 40 grams of oats is going to stay the same. I want the chia seed to stay. I want that first meal to stay. Maybe have it sooner if you can. And then you have your protein shake and your popcorn for a snack. And then you go into your chicken and your sweet potato asparagus meal. Okay. And then the boneless, skinless chicken breast with and then the salad. And then on days you don't work out, that's all you have.
Yep.
Okay. I'm also going to take the grapefruit on the days that you work out. You'll probably have to exit the spreadsheet again.
All right.
I'm going to give you half a grapefruit.
On the days I work out or don't work out?
On the days you work out.
Okay.
And then you're doing the green apple for post?
Most times I do. Sometimes if I don't have a green apple, I'll do a banana, but
All right.
And I've been using that Walden Farms caramel sauce on the apples, and that's good.
Good. Nice.
Like the caramel dipping sauce, not the.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I like that stuff. That's yummy. Okay. Some adjustments. Those will be I think that'll be really good. I think that I
Okay.
don't want to go much lower, but because your activity is just what it is during your workday, I think
Mhm.
this will be fine. Let me know, give me feedback. If you get hungry, might be very normal. It might be worth it to you though, because if you get that movement in your measurements and stuff, then that's what that's
Okay.
what we're wanting. And there's
Okay.
just gonna be a level of that.
Okay.
I don't want a big level of that because then I don't want you to get like, I need to eat and make bad choices and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
that's good. Um, you didn't tell me a win this week.
Um,
You like to share?
I guess my win was just that my inches still moved, even though my weight didn't, because I didn't feel like it was a great week because of the cookies. But see, the thing is, I was doing everything else
Yeah.
just fine. And the days I did have the cookies, I did not eat my popcorn, so that way I was at
Oh,
least not eating as many carbs type
that's,
things. So I thought maybe it was a little bit of a trade off, but
and that's a good decision to make. And that's part of what this is about is like
mhm,
balance, like, oh, well, I'm not going to eat everything, but I'm going to trade this out for that.
yeah,
And you might just have it in your mind. How many, let's just look it up. I'm just curious.
okay.
What kind of cookie was it? Like a chocolate chip cookie?
Yeah, it was a Toll House chocolate chip cookie, and it was one of those, and then one of the oatmeal scotchies from the chocolate chip cookie bag or the butterscotch cookie bag. So
Okay.
it
So
had a lot more fat, but and I'm sure it had way more carbs than my popcorn does. But
how many carbs are in? This is just good knowledge to have.
Mhm.
One medium, which is like 2 to 2.25 inch in
Okay, yeah,
diameter.
sure,
About
yeah,
that is
about it, yeah,
nine carbs.
okay,
I mean,
okay,
and then we're
yeah,
gonna look at how many grams of fat.
yeah.
That's really where it nails you because of the chocolate and the
And
butter.
butter, it's the butter, yep. Mm-hmm.
It says 4.5.
Okay.
How many grams? I'm gonna look. Yeah, 75 calories in one chocolate chip cookie, 9 carbs, 4.5 grams. So half the fat, which you would think it would be higher. So if you keep that in mind, and then we said, how many carbs are in, we'll say 40 grams per pop. 31. So I took you down to 30 grams,
Mhm.
which that'll change. I think we'll get some movement for sure.
Okay.
On that. So you're still good. I mean, you
Yeah.
maybe didn't lose. I mean, you did in inches. You
Yep.
maybe
Mhm.
didn't lose, but you didn't gain.
Right. Yes. This is true. This is true.
So, I mean, that's really good that you've been able to enjoy a little bit of Christmas stuff. Did you have your treat meal this weekend?
I did. I did that on Friday. So mhm.
You're still
Yep.
what'd you have?
I had a burger. It was a smash burger, and then some few fried pickles with it. So it was it wasn't too bad. So
That's great. And
oh,
then
and
you were
a
able to
and
have,
a, and a cider. So yeah, it's a little alcohol there too. So
yeah. So you've been able to have quite a bit of some fun in holiday
Yep.
stuff and still not gain, and you may have not
Yeah.
lost some pounds, but I can promise you that you're probably more up in water weight than fat,
That could be
because
true.
doing that one time is not going to make you gain fat. Doing that 5 times is going to make you
Hmm.
in a surplus, and it's going to make you spill. If
Okay.
you know what I mean by that word, it's going to make you
Yep.
spill. And
Mhm.
so, but having a cookie or two and then not having your popcorn,
Yeah.
to me is not a big deal.
Okay.
We don't want to make a huge habit of that, but that's not why you didn't get
It's not normal. It's not,
dropped.
it's not a normal time of year. I mean, I know it's just about the time of year. So I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not like super worried about it or anything. it's
But
just, I
good
wish,
awareness.
yeah, but it's just like, I wish that, gee, I had a couple cookies today and a couple cookies the day before. And then, then you see your weight go up. And yeah, maybe it is just water weight. It's fine. But it's like, dang it, it goes up so easy. I wish
Yeah,
it would
because it's
just
water.
go down so easy. Right. Yeah. Water. That
Okay,
makes a
so
difference.
Thomas and I, who I went to the competition with, we're up like 10 pounds.
In a
Okay.
week.
Like in 3 days. So that is how quickly you can gain water. Water
Okay.
is one of those things that you can just, that asparagus, if you feel like you can almost feel it in your skin. You can feel it
Mhm.
like in your body and in your clothes and stuff. If you want to drop some water off of you, just add asparagus to all your
More?
meals. Eat more
Okay.
asparagus. You could even get like a little, it's called Water Out. You could get a little supplement called Water Out. Take one of those. It'll make you pee more,
Mhm.
but it's going to start shedding that. Water is one of those things that is the most easily manipulatable. I don't know if that's a word, but you can move that so easily,
Yeah.
and it can make you feel like you gain 10 pounds in half a day.
Yeah. Yep.
And it can make you feel like you
Yeah.
lost 5 pounds, which you can. You can
Mhm.
lose 5 pounds of water in one day.
That's crazy. So
That's why the scale is,
horrible, right?
I
So
don't care.
yeah. Yeah. And that's what I am okay with the water weight. If I had like a goal in mind, like I was going to this party or something and I wanted to make sure, I didn't feel bloated
Right.
or something, then I might do something like that. But
Yeah.
I understand what's going on. I understand it's not
It's not
going
body
in the wrong
fat.
direction or anything like that. So I'm okay with what's happening. It's just, it's just in your mind. You see the numbers
trust
and you're
me.
like, yeah.
I
So,
know.
yeah.
I the body dysmorphia and how like screwed up in my like mind and in my eyes can be, especially after doing something as extreme as a show, and then just trying to get back into like a normal walk around body is
Mhm.
like, it really screws with you for a little bit. And I have not weighed myself since I got back. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm not going to do that to my mental. I'm
Mhm.
just going to go off of how I feel. I'm going to be mindful of my eating, which I would consider you having the cookies and then not doing the popcorn mindful.
Okay.
That's mindful. That's like good choices right there.
Okay.
So I think you've been handling this week with stress and all the holiday cooking and stuff like that really, really well. So
Okay.
I would, yeah. And the measurements moved and so the scale, I'm not worried. I don't even I have to remind myself to look at the pounds.
Oh,
Like
okay.
at the
Mhm.
bottom of the thing, because I'm just like looking at that. Oh yeah.
The numbers.
And
Mhm.
then like what part of the body it is. Cause I don't care that the shoulders went up. I don't care that, certain things don't move, because
Mhm.
there's just not a lot of movement to have in those areas. So
Right.
yeah, we're right. We're
Okay.
right on track, but those changes
Okay.
could really help
Okay.
a little bit more
Okay.
with our
All right. So
activities being
I will
well.
do that. So I'll have a week and a half of that. And then we're going to be on vacation for about 5 days. So I'll see how that week and a half goes and, get numbers. Probably Christmas Day before we go on vacation, I'll be able to get some numbers, which is that Sunday,
Cool.
before we
Yeah.
leave and see what happens. So, and
Yeah,
then,
go real hard as you can for that vacation. Where are you going?
yeah. We're just going to visit family, just
Okay.
Ron's parents and then my dad. So
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like, are you going somewhere tropical?
God, I wish. I
And-
wish. I wish.
like, okay, no big, but go hard and be like, because like to me, this is how I would justify this in my mind. Because if you probably are you going to meal prep? Or are you going to bring anything with you on that trip?
I might bring like some pancakes for morning and stuff. We'll see, maybe lunches, and then I'll probably do dinners with everyone. So
Yeah.
maybe lunches. We'll see how it goes. So what I can
Okay.
take. So.
Yeah, because I would like go hard. So then I don't have to worry a ton on like the
Mhm.
vacation. If I didn't want to bring anything, I'd just be like, I try to like overgo, and then like,
Okay.
you just balance out the
Mhm.
knowing your vacation, you might drop back a little bit in your progress, but then you can just go hard again. It's like,
Yep. Okay.
it's a great time motivator. Like, I have until this time, and let's see how hard I can go, how
Can
far
go
I
until then.
get. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a good short-term
right.
thing to just kind of drive
Okay.
it.
All right, yeah, I will do that. So
Very cool.
the other question I have for you is, so we are going to be gone. Can you refreeze muscle egg?
No.
No? Okay. All right, because I have just opened a gallon and then it's going to
Dang it.
be, and then I was like, dang it, because I should have got like a half a gallon or something from them
Right.
to use. I was like, oh, so
Can you take it with you? I mean,
maybe.
you can drink it. I mean, you can, there's more than
Yeah.
just cooking the pancakes you can do with it. You could, what is it, a flavor? I'm assuming it's a flavor.
It's it's a flavored one. So
Whatever.
it's a chocolate, yeah. Or no, it's the cake batter
Okay,
one
cake
this time.
batter.
Yeah.
I love that. That's the one I'm using right now. You can't refreeze it. And so I would just take it with you and use it as like emergent, get like a little cooler with some ice and
Yep,
use it
okay.
as a backup protein shake.
Okay, yeah. That's why I was thinking I might make pancakes for the whole time so
Yeah.
that way I can use it up. So, and did you see they
But-
have a new flavor out? They
What?
have a creme brulee is what I saw, which sounded really good.
Creme brulee. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be getting.
sounds-
I have like 2 gallons because I'd stopped using the muscle egg the last 4 weeks of my prep. I'm
Oh,
like, I
okay.
got all this stuff I can use still, but I'm gonna get that because it stays frozen forever. I mean, you can,
Right.
I'm
Mhm.
gonna try that. Oh my gosh, creme brulee. Yum.
So that sounded really good.
That sounds amazing. It sounds amazing. I'm gonna try some. They
Yeah.
do have those little individual ones too. Did you know that?
Yeah,
So
I've
it's
seen
probably
those.
more expensive, but
I've seen
depending-
those. So, well, I was doing like the half gallons so that way I could alternate flavors. So I wasn't eating the same. And then I figured out I really just like the chocolate and the
better.
cake batter anyway. I mean, I like the strawberry and the other ones too, but I really just like the cake batter and the chocolate. So that I was getting the gallons and they're cheaper
Yes.
too. So
They are. And it's
so
like when you like something, you like something. So
yep, exactly. So okay.
very
All
nice.
right.
I'm gonna post
Then I
that
will-
on our group that we are in a new flavor of muscle egg. That's gonna be
Yes.
exciting.
That one actually looked really good. So I was not so crazy about like the mint chocolate. Well, I was like, that doesn't
Brownie.
sound good to me. Yeah.
That's always out. They never are in stock either.
Yeah.
So I'm
But I
like,
thought this
I'm
one
not
sounded
sure.
pretty good.
that does sound amazing. Well, awesome.
okay.
So we're gonna go hard, and then your break is gonna be just kind of chill and relax, and you'll be able to enjoy all that stuff without worrying. You don't want to have
Yep.
to worry on that.
Yep. Sounds
Perfect.
good. Sounds good. All right. I'll
All
talk
right.
to you soon then.
Have a good
Bye.
rest of the week. Bye.